decider, the last time one of these two teams will play in this tournament here this weekend. And if you make it into the grand finals of this tournament, you then have a spot in the Smite World Championship play-in bracket. And so, a lot on the line. Let's catch back up with Picks and Pans.
When people talk about Thanatos, what's the one thing they always say? He's an early game god who needs to get the snowball going to succeed.
But now I'm staring at this Thanatos pick.
I think you have to.
I mean, this raises a lot of eyebrows here because, I mean, this is hit or miss. It's always said as this Thanatos pick is usually, it gets that steamboat rolling, and if you don't, it's rough to pull off.
In your mind, are you're coin flipping, you're rolling the dice, you think that the Kha'Zix fan club draft kind of lives and dies with how this Thanatos does?
I would say so. I mean, if Rapio's sick with it, I think this is an easy game for them, and if not, it's going to be a tough one.
Their draft here lives and dies by this Thanatos pick. They need him to go huge. But what if he doesn't go huge? What if instead he does nothing at all?
Good Night Nick versus Kha'Zix fan club. Winner take all. Game number 3. Next round on the line. Let's see who wins.
Game 3, our very first elimination game of the Smite Circuit playoffs. And boy, is it going to be a fun one. A lot of interesting lock-ins here, Mifflin. I'm looking at the Rapio Thanatos that Trelly was just talking about.
So I'll tackle the Thanatos. He likes the global ultimates. He likes being able to get involved very early on. So the second we see Rapio tick over to level 5, I'm expecting him to get involved in the duo lane, the solo lane, wherever he can to make his stamp known on this one and just utilize that early pressure that Trelly was talking about. But it is a double-edged sword, and so I think Rapio has put himself on a timer, and not timers like we're used to seeing. Not, if we get to this portion of the game, we win. It's, if we get to this portion of the game, we're probably losing.
But here comes Rapio. This one is where it starts to get a little spooky. Has the blink, but seems more interested in securing the buff than going for the kills.
That's curious. I would have expected maybe a target onto a Mulesy there. But Rapio, having just now ticked over to level 5, getting access to that global ultimate is a threat.
It's Rapio getting a little low after the blink in from Deathwalker. Rapio now without that hovering death.
This is one of the strongest phases of the game for Thanatos. Every time he's forced to use that hovering death, defensively is a lost opportunity, especially considering he's got a slight level lead already. Rapio likely wants to get involved as soon as possible. Good night, Nick. I think can just rest on their laurels. They've established a lead. They've slowed down Kha'Zix fan club. It's all the onus is on Rapio to establish a decent pace for his team, and he has not gone for a proactive gank yet, 45 seconds in, so I think that Goodnight Nick are in a position now where they can just lean back, control neutral farm, and say, all right, word, see you guys at the 25-minute mark.
Deathwalker, again, happy to trade his blink ultimate for Rapio's ultimate, and I think he's right to be happy with that trade.
Completely agree. Rapio now hamstrung on his rotations into lanes. Both junglers have been very quiet so far this game. So Isai's getting involved a little bit early on as Rapio, yet again, forced to use that ultimate defensively, loses out on his ultimate cooldown. This Thanatos, am I allowed to say, non-factor, all right? I haven't seen Rapio get involved.
I was going to ask for player damage, but Wolfie's trying to boost his numbers right now as he's used Tycho Drums once again onto Gunter. Beads forced and Aegis by Calvin's ultimate. That is absolutely psycho, but so is Bevy Monster. He's in. It puts Kha'Zix fan club on the board. So it's a 1-0. Wolfie falls on the side of Goodnight Nick.
Aggro, if you want to break down that team fight, it's going to have to be you because I'm having a conniption right now. Yeah. Thanatos, 14 minutes, 20 seconds into the game, has got 0 damage on the board. I am having an actual panic attack on the cast. That is...
Breathe, Mifflin.
Breathe. It's an early game god, bro. Deathsight does like 1,000 on its own. Just throw it at somebody.
Through the mouth.
You've got a global ultimate.
Through the nose.
It's just it's a combat blink for
Out
him.
through the mouth. He's looking for the buff. Okay, I thought he was going to be looking for a gank, but it's the buff.
No, why would he?
Yeah, no. Deathwalker loses his blue.
My man's on a pacifist run.
He's in the lead. He's got a level lead.
I hate it.
He's up 2 stacks of his Transcendence.
Massive.
And a Morning Star.
All
Uncharged.
right. But what's he building the power for if he's not going to use it?
He'll use it eventually.
I hope so. Does it count towards your damage numbers if you execute threshold somebody? Maybe he's actually going for a pacifist run.
Maybe that would be a cool way to find out. If he just executes someone, did no other damage.
That's the only way you redeem yourself in my eyes,
and
Rapio.
It was a pick. It's for science. Rapio's doing it for science at the very least.
Oh, man. So, Kha'Zix fan club in a 4 versus 5 have been able to remain
I'm just
even.
saying, if Weekend can get roasted for 6-6-7 on Odin jungle, 6-6-7's more.
6-6-7 is more, but that was 6-6-7 at like 10 minutes. We're 16 minutes in, bro.
I know. I guess this is the.
Well, 6-6-7 kind of made Weekend's career. Maybe
I know.
Rapio's just trying to sell a T-shirt.
Oh, smart. That's he's like, yo, Weekend, how'd you do it? He's like, just don't hit anyone.
That's the best advice.
That's the best way. That's the best way to do it. Rapio.
If you are Gunter in this scenario,
Oh, he's looking for it.
Oh, man.
Here we go. Rapio, blink in. Did he hit him? I think he did. And here comes the execute. Do it to him. He got it. 832, and he's on there on the board. And you know what? I liked that so much, I might take another. Streak up falls to Gunter's damage, and now Rapio trying to dance around that he has the quick feet. Ice falls for the double kill, and get my man 3K up in one team fight. Rapio's first 3,008 damage are the most impactful 3,008 damage you've seen in this game.
he is sitting at the 3rd lowest damage in the match.
No problem.
This Thanatos feeling just fine. 5 stacks away from finishing the Transcendence. Now has Hydras. His burst potential is through the roof. We're talking hovering death, land, auto attack, scythe, auto attack, and you're probably killing somebody exactly there. It just took him a little while to find his feet.
Both teams playing very, very
You
calculated.
can't stop him now.
Now my man's on a roll. He's got confidence. That's the last thing you could afford to give to Rapio on this pick. He's up 2 levels now on Ice. You know, we kind of were talking about Rapio at 0 player damage. Then he pops off, gets 3,008 damage in one fight. That was 10 minutes ago. He still has 3,008 damage.
Well, I'd be mad about it, but we're out of the early
here we
game.
go. Blink in from Bevy Monster. Stopped. It going for that one, but Rapio's getting to execute, and he might be finding another. It's a double kill. And my man, when he's doing damage, he means it. It's a triple kill for Rapio, and he might be going for
Quad?
It's a quad, and you've got to be kidding me. My man only kills them all whenever he gets in there. Rapio, go for it. And be able to
Calvin! You scum! You absolute trash can! You garbage! F6, you don't deserve it anymore! Rapio has been biding his time for 24 uninterrupted minutes waiting for the pentakill opportunity, and it is stripped away by one stinky Rocky boy! We all hate you, bro! Block him on Twitter!
My God, I can't believe it. And that's how it's gonna end. By the way, Rapio goes from 0 to hero, even though he's not playing Hercules. It's a quadra kill for Rapio to send Goodnight Nick to bed. Night on the year for Goodnight Nick, as it's Kha'Zix fan club coming from the SOC and eliminating the SCC contender.
My day is ruined.
He's shaking. He's so mad.
I can't stand that, bro. Gab? That dude didn't even have an escape. You were worried? No, he did that absolutely. I can guarantee you, this is the
100%.
comms right there.
Uh-huh.
Nice penta. Loser.
Hey, man, Rapio, he gets it. That is so funny. That is so funny that the game we're giving him nonsense
What a narrative
for
arc.
having 0 damage effectively pentakills the enemy team to send them home in an unbelievable performance from them. Commiserations to Goodnight Nick. It was a great season for them, but ultimately they fall a little bit short here at the Smite Circuit playoffs. We're going to go to break. Mifflin needs to walk this one off.
And it is stripped away by one stinky Rocky boy. We all hate you, bro. Block him on Twitter.